Greetings and salutations everyone, my name is Wiggy and we have yet again returned to the fantastic MMORPG Scarlet Blade Vendetta. But for those of you not up to date with what's currently went on in our previous endeavors within Scarlet Blade Vendetta, then allow me to regale you with all of the pertinent information. Although you could always alternatively watch them, links will be within the description. You're welcome. Anyway, recap time. So previously in Scarlet Blade, we picked out our classes, with Styx being the tank, Eve and myself as DPS, with Mrs. Styx as the healer. We then proceeded to level up and progress through the many unique areas found within Scarlet Blade. It's like Tentacle Land and this Tentacle Cave. Anyway, after all of our adventuring, we finally made it to our very first dungeon, and everything went pretty smoothly until Styx attempted to murder us with an explosive monster. It of course failed, for the most part, although Mrs. Styx would probably disagree. We then continued to gain level after level all the way up till 35. We even got some new outfits along the way, or in my case, lost my outfit completely. Not that I was, complaining about that situation. Oh, and how could I forget? We even got some OP mechs, only to later realize that I got the shitty horse mech. Hashtag life sucks. Oh, and lastly, we even tried out some more dungeons, which really didn't end up well as we all died horribly. Well guys, now you are all caught up on the events that have transpired over our many videos of Scarlet Blade. Let's continue, shall we? So continuing from exactly where we left off, we ventured into a brand new region as we had reached level 40. And this place was filled with a literal army of bodacious and skimpily clad lady soldiers with robot spiders. I mean, I could do without the spider robots as I'm not a huge fan of spiders in general, cause just spiders suck. And the idea of AI controlled spiders is just irksome. But I mean, when the military from this region are so well equipped, one can't help but feel safe within their caring bosoms. I mean, arms. They're carrying arms, yes. Moving on. Unfortunately, our visit to Nemesis was short-lived, as we then traveled to a unique PvP zone filled with weird frog-legged people and, of course, more spiders. Yay. Although within this region, there were also these bosses that spawned. And of course, you could fight them, and fight against them we did, or rather, die against them. The first time around, my curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to attack the giant beastie, all by my lonesome. The second time around, however, I was not alone. And it made absolutely no difference. The boss swatted us like unwanted flies on a fresh turd. It was shameful. Whilst getting our asses whooped within Scarlet Blade Vendetta wasn't anything new, as it's happened to us quite a number of times, as this game is incredibly difficult, especially as you continue to get higher and higher, and now that we're 40, it's just getting worse. But my ego definitely took a hit, especially when one person can clearly solo it, as shown by this enemy Arcana. I wish I knew your secrets. Now, we could have attacked her as it was a PvP zone, but considering she could solo a boss that murdered all of us, I opted to run away as fast and as far away as I could, which clearly meant leaving the area entirely. That lady was scary. So after our little adventure in Vildon, or however you say it, we entered yet another dungeon because, you know, our previous dungeon experiences went so well. We definitely had low expectations to say the least, but we somehow managed to succeed in our endeavor, even though we were uncoordinated and generally fumbling around, or just generally luring a whole huge section of monsters and grouping them up and almost completely getting wiped out. But hey, we managed to beat them, and we managed to succeed in conquering the dungeon and destroying the weird mechanical mainframe that was causing all of the trouble within the area. I call that a win-win, even if it was kinda difficult and hectic and crazy. That's what you want from your dungeons, right? Who wants easy dungeons that you can easily get through? You want a challenge, you want death, you want bloodshed, you want tears. Of joy, of course. But anyway, guys, our journey did not end here, as we finally, after a very long quest chain, unlocked a hidden region called Scylla? I'm not sure, the names are kinda strange. Anyway, this place is basically just one giant ball of fire and demons, and in all honesty, everything here wanted to murder you, and they're really good at it. It really seems as though the higher you get in Scarlet Blade, the harder it gets, not easier. You know, it's good and bad. Sometimes you just want to fight something that doesn't make you spam all of your HP and SP potions. Sometimes you just want to walk around unstealthed and not get your ass murdered by a giant mutant jellyfish. Or maybe that's just me. It's probably just me. Anyway, all in all, I really do love the difficulty, as you're constantly on the edge and not knowing if you'll randomly get one-shotted. And just having that sense of fear whilst fighting against a group of monsters is refreshing. So yeah, Scarlet Blade Vendetta is definitely refreshing in terms of its difficulty. In most games, you're taught that monsters are practically weak in comparison to you, and unless it's a boss, you can pretty much just stop paying attention. Whereas in Scarlet Blade Vendetta, as I've mentioned multiple times thus far, normal monsters kick you in the ass, and boss monsters stamp you underfoot like you're nothing. Like you're a piece of garbage. And considering the population of Scarlet Blade Vendetta, it seems as though a lot of people also share this opinion. Or maybe they're just playing the game for another reason. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'm sure there's some other reason as well. Maybe it's the combat. The combat within this game is absolutely phenomenal for a tap target MMORPG, and I've mentioned that in some of the previous videos, but I'll mention it here again. The combat is great. The skills are flashy, there's no global cooldown, so you can spam all of your skills, and it just looks damn fine. Even in your mech form, unless you're a horse like me, in which case you hate it. Anyway guys, if you do want to try your hand at this scandalously R-rated MMORPG with enough jiggly physics to make even the most seasoned gamer seasick, then you'll find the link to it within the description below and or pinned comment. Easy access for you guys. If you do decide on playing Scarlet Blade, do not forget to join the Royal Knights, as we may bump into each other next time we play Scarlet Blade. Or I guess you could be the Free Knights and try to murder us, but I would prefer it if you didn't. Either way guys, have a good day, night, or afternoon wherever it is where you are, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. 染められて望みのままに口づけ